So we are talking about efficiency every day, but how efficient are we in our daily lives? We are constantly measured by our kids, by our bosses, by ourselves. We are on a run, and we are running every day, running to school, to work, for kids. We are running through many challenges to better serve our families and to better serve our businesses. Yes, we are here to serve, even in the best possible way, because the customers are always in all activities of Innomotics. We are here because of you. And now we can serve you even better because the energy efficiency, sustainability, and of course, the energy savings and profitability are completely different for every customer. Here we have two major technologies which helping to reach your sustainability and energy efficiency and CO2 reduction goals. We have synchronous reluctance motors and also the permanent magnet motors. We have both. We have both in IE5 efficiency class to support you even more. And I would like to take this opportunity today to tell you even more and find out which features and benefits are applying to your challenges. So let's start firstly about our synchronous reluctance motor. So it's in IE5 efficiency. And one of the most important advantage of this technology is one-to-one interchangeability with the old asynchronous motors, which means mechanically it's perfectly fit. We have this motor and up to 90 kilowatts. When only up to 90 kilowatts, I will show you later on some examples, because one of the drawbacks of this technology is poor power factor. Then you have to take care about the electrical fitting into your old system. And for some customers, the drivers to go into IE5 is different, and they are seeking for non-magnetic solution. We can also serve in this direction. Also, if you are looking for low intrinsic moment of inertia for high dynamic application, and of course, this is the coldest motor technology among all those three, which means induction, asynchronous motors, synchronous reluctance motors, and permanent magnet motors. So let's have a look on permanent magnet motor. We have it in IE5 in complete range, means from 0.37 kilowatts up to 250 kilowatts. But we can go even higher, IE5 plus or IE6. It doesn't matter how you would like to call it, because currently it's not defined by standards, but we are defining it by 20% less losses compared to IE5. We are using the same methodology as it is for the IE3 and IE4, 20% less losses. IE4 to IE5, again, 20% less losses. So if you are seeking for highest energy efficiency in the market, the permanent magnet motors are a perfect fit. But there's more, a motor load more. So if you can see here, there are 12 main features which can be transferred into benefits at your applications. So the power density is one of the main and key advantage of the motor. So you can see here, this example is 5.5 kilowatt, and we are showcasing here a 3-shaft height downsize, the motor design. The outside motor is 132 asynchronous motor in IE4, and the same power output, 5.5 kilowatt, we can do as a permanent magnet motor in shaft height 90. So I would like to show you even more. So the motor is very cold. We can support you in torque-oriented applications. We can have a constant torque without using a forced cooling. We can support you in CO2 reduction goals because we have a product which has less material to be used, which means the product carbon footprint cradle to gate is 43% less compared to the same output in asynchronous motor design. So let's Let's have a look on some example where some numbers can prove that the permanent magnet motor is really one of the best solution for your application. So here I choose those four and I show you how differentiate can be in terms of using the specific technology in your application. Here it's always smaller. We have smaller motor, but of course you can see because of a higher power factor, the permanent magnet motor has lower nominal current. What does it mean? It means you can have the same drive as you use for the asynchronous motors. You can keep your shielded cables, you can keep your incoming cables, you can keep all your protective devices, circuit breakers, and also the switchgear can remain the same. And of course, if you are talking about weight as a main driving topic for you, look at these numbers. If you compare asynchronous motor i4, 160 kilowatt, 1,200 kilograms. In comparison with the permanent magnet motor technology, only 684 kilograms. And here, in this small, it's even more, because the big one has 43 kilograms, and the permanent magnet motor only 14. That's 2/3 weight reduction. So if you have application which is moving, very beneficial. If you have the upside, you have a supportive construction, less weight is also very important. And also during the transportation, you spare even more money. So efficiency levels, you can see, is very high. And I would like to also show you some more details about the comparison I just mentioned. So let's have a look. We have the same 160 kilowatt motor full power as I showed you before. Here you can see the nominal currents of i2 motor, i3, i4 and asynchronous motor technology. And you see the amps, the current is slightly going up, because if you go to higher efficiency, you need more active material, and that means you have used more current. So for those motors, you are using a shielded cable. Yeah? So you would like to keep it for sure. So if you choose the permanent magnet motor, it has even lower nominal current based on the high power factor, which means you can use the same cable. Even more, you can use the same drive, because the nominal current of the drive is sufficient. And if the drive is capable of running synchronous motors in general, have a vector control, no problem in changing. If you would like to go to another i5 technology, which is synchronous reluctance motors, you have to take into account the lower power factor, which means the nominal current is higher. And that's why we have the synchronous reluctance motors in i5 only in the small powers, because we see the benefits to customers is more in the low powers, because otherwise you have to change not only one size of the cables. You need 2 sizes more in shielded cables, incoming cables, and of course you have to change the drive, 1 size or even 2 sizes bigger. It depends on the drive manufacturer. So I think those numbers talks pretty straightforward. And I would like to also mention some other topics. I was talking about the CO2, and this is the topic for the sustainability and how we can reach the green future, how we can take our kids to a better future. So the CO2 reduction is also a time or topic for permanent magnet motors, because we are using permanent magnets inside, but even though we can benefit from having less material for the same output of the motor. So we have a 43.5% less material use, which is recalculated for the CO2 amount. This is an example for 110 kilowatt motor. So cradle to gate means during the production phase, we can provide this, which can help you to reach governmental subsidies in your regions, to help you keep your track within the green projects, to be a green company, because you are providing the best sustainable solution. Even though the power losses are very much less, which means you can benefit from having this technology also during the use phase. So I would like to make some short summary for you. So it's perfect fit from electrical point of view, which means lower current, same drive usage, same cables, which means less investment. That means more money in your pocket. Then we have a sustainability in DNA. That means it's a future-oriented product. So you can participate in any project where you have to prove that your solution provides less CO2 production, you can provide the product carbon footprint, and you can save some energy. And of course, the size matters, which means the motor is smaller, torque-oriented, stronger, lighter. It's definitely a front runner. So to sum it up, to underline it, the permanent magnet motor is the perfect solution for you. So now I would like to invite you to run with us. I would like to invite you to lead the race together. So looking forward to having nice discussions here in SBS. You can see me next to this forum. I will be present there, looking for your questions, looking for nice discussions. Thank you for your attention.